Hey beauties, welcome back to the channel. So it's been a minute since I sat down and I said let me sit down and talk to my beauties. But if this is the first time you see my face and you like the video and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you. So beauties, I decided that I was going to do a update weight loss for you guys video. I think the last time I even talked about my weight was like last year, and so I decided I was going to kind of do like an update, but it's really not an update, but it really is. So I decided to do the keto diet. Y'all, first of all, I felt myself getting fluffy. Now I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible because I don't want the story police getting me. You know, I don't want y'all acting a fool. So I'm really gonna try to make this fast. But I found myself becoming fluffy, meaning, okay, on my vacation we had like 9 hours, 9 hour drive, right? And so I was taking my elbow and I was sitting right here on my stomach and it was staying, and that's how I definitely knew that I have become a little bit fluffier than what I normally was, which led me to know that I had gained some weight. And I was also, every time I was trying on some clothes, even though my clothes was still a size 18 and they still was fitting, it was just a little snug. So I knew I had gained a good bit of weight. A lot of that had to do with water because I do take fluid pills, and me being crazy, I was only drinking 1 glass of water the whole entire day. Not on purpose, but just because I forget. Like if I'm not hot, I won't drink. So that was, I had got to the point like when we was on vacation, my toes became sausages. I was very dehydrated. My lips was extremely, like they were just cracking left and right. So if y'all hear that, I'm sorry, that we stay close to the interstate. So I remember telling my family that I wanted to check myself into the hospital and get an IV because I just felt so dehydrated. But that was just my own stupidness, you know, eating and stuff and not drinking properly. So a lot of my weight was water, which I figured was the fly or something. Okay, so that's why I have right now. I have my water right now, and I just keep filling it up and keep on drinking. So if y'all do see me drinking, because I'm trying to get my water intake in. I've been doing pretty good, okay? So I knew how to gain some weight. So something told me ketos. I don't know where it came from, but I was riding in the car with 2 chicks, and I was like, anybody ever tried a keto diet? And one of them said, yeah, I lost 30 pounds. And the other one said, yes, I lost 20. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to try this diet. Now, for anyone, I'm going to tell you right now, so for anyone who want to lose weight but don't want to be able to still eat whatever they want, meaning like if you wanted a piece of a candy bar or a whole candy bar and lose the weight at the same time, keto is not for you. But what I would suggest is Weight Watchers, and I would suggest that I said that on my other video, the Weight Watchers, that's the old system. You can eat anything you want in moderation but still lose the weight. So in my opinion, that would be the best way for anybody to lose weight if you don't want to be deprived from anything. But I decided to do the ketos, okay? So I have not been doing the Weight Watchers because I've been doing the low carb. That, it worked. But as soon as I lose the weight, I go back and I eat. And I like sweets. And I don't try to maintain. And basically, that's why I started gaining a little bit more weight. I'm telling y'all, I love sweets. I love sweets. So being on ketos, I really didn't think I can do it. But the girls that was in the car with me, she said, basically just you got to live off of cheese and sour cream and whole, wait, like, I think she said like whole whipping cream or something like that. And I was like, huh, I never had none of that stuff. You know, I never had whole whipping cream and all this stuff. So when she said, I started doing research. I still don't know a lot about it, but I started doing my research. and I started watching videos to try to see what you can eat, what you can't eat. I still don't know a lot about it, but because it's only been 2 weeks, and I'm going to show you some before and some after pictures. So it's only been 2 weeks. A total of 7 pounds, maybe 7 point something pounds. And I was like, okay there. You know, I know the first week majority of it had to be water weight. But what I'm going to do is show y'all some of the stuff that I eat, I guess on a daily basis. So I have some meals that I actually have been making, of all the things that I have been taking video of, because I do have Snap, but I don't have it public at the moment. I have it like with friends and family. So I record everything on my Snap, and then I'm going to show it all to you guys. But being on ketos, there's obviously a such thing as, I didn't know this, but there's such thing as lazy keto and clean keto. And for my knowledge, I don't really know exactly am I right or not, but lazy keto is, I think, when you don't count the macros, and clean keto is when you count the macros and you have all healthy fats or something like that. I don't really know, don't quote me on that. So basically I started off as being the gal who calculated everything. I had I'm gonna put it up here, but I think it was called the app Carb Management. You have the app right there. And so I went through that one, and for the first, literally the first maybe 3-4 days, I tracked everything and made sure I had my carbs and fats and fiber and protein, everything where it was supposed to be at, right? And so I recall, look, this is right here, I recall getting this almond butter. So the almond butter, the net carbs, I heard a lot of people talking about almond butter. I tried it one time and I didn't like it, but as you can see, I have been using it. So I believe they was like, it's two net carbs, and so I'm going to get it because I ain't know how to calculate it or nothing. I'm just going off of the stuff that people say get. So when I put it into the calculator to calculate it out, it said 4 carbs, and so I was like, is this stuff wrong? And then I actually scanned it, and it still came up to be like 4 carbs, and I was like, I think this thing is wrong. And because I'm trying to figure out how I can get more carbs into anything, right? I'm trying to figure out how I can eat more carbs. So it said 4 carbs, and it wasn't 2 or 3. I forgot what it is, and I just undownloaded and tried to look for something else, but obviously it may have been right, but I don't know. I have not. I downloaded another one, but I just stopped counting at the moment. Which I think if you count more, you basically know exactly what you're eating, and I do believe you will lose the most weight. But I just basically been going off what the nutrition says. If it says 2 tablespoons for 190 calories and 16 grams of fat, I basically worry about my carbs. So I do how they tell you, you're supposed to subtract the carbs away from the fiber, and that's how you get your net carb. I might be wrong, but I think it's a difference between net carb and carb. See, I'm still learning. And that's what I do. So basically all I do is add up all my carbs I have for the day, and I try to get as much fat as I possibly can. So if I ate breakfast and I know I had 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon or 3 pieces of bacon, and some spinach, I'll add up my spinach. I just add up like I had 2 carbs for the whole entire breakfast that's how I've been doing it lately. But eventually I'm probably going to get back on strict recording it. 1 second. Gotta have my water. So I didn't think I was going to do it because I love sweets. I just don't understand. I love sweets. I would go after sweets then after food. I would do that instead of regular food. So that was my big thing. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but surprisingly, when I started, now something else, hold on. Okay, I'm back. So something else that I started with when I first started, because I didn't know how I was gonna react and how it's going to be able to do was these apple cider vinegar gel caps, and I got these from Walmart, and I was doing these before I did any kind of diet thing because they said that it takes away, suppress your appetite. So I was like, I need anything to suppress my appetite and keep me from wanting sweets. So that was something when I first started doing ketos. I started taking those, and I'm still off and on. If I remember to take it, I take them. If not, I don't. Now another thing that I do take is, well, use, it was supposed to be the bulletproof coffee where you put fat in your coffee, and the ghee butter, that's the grass-fed butter. So I went and bought this. This is expensive, y'all. This is like, I have never spent $9 in my life on butter before, but I have been using it. As you can see, I've been using it. It's, you know, I just don't like the smell of it, but I've been using it. But after the first 2 days of using this in my coffee, I said I couldn't do it. So I started using it in different ways. And then I was like, I gotta find a different way because I'm not gonna spend $9 on some coffee, on some butter. And I had to figure out another grass-fed butter, and so I went into the cold section and I found some that was like $4, and I was like, okay, I can deal with that. But usually people use that to put in their coffee to make the bulletproof coffee, and heavy whipping cream. And that, you know, that was working because I have never, I'm telling y'all, every diet I've been on has always been low fat. So when they told me I could have real heavy whipping cream in my coffee, I was like, well, let me see how this tastes, because, you know, everybody's making everything, you know, whole fat, everything sound good. And so I tasted it, and I was like, oh, what was I missing? My coffee. What was I missing, y'all? Because having heavy cream in your coffee, let me tell you, it's nothing like it. But I gotta figure out a different kind of sugar, because sweet and low, it's not for me. Another thing that I use, or I not use, but I eat when I have a sweet tooth. Sometimes I take little bites of these, and this is the Quest bar, and the net carb is actually, I think, 4 net carbs. I don't know. Yeah, 4 net carbs. So this is a real good thing to have, and this is actually in the birthday cake, and it has no aftertaste. That's my big thing. My husband even tasted it, and he was like, "Oh, no aftertaste." No, that's number one in my book. So those are some of the main things. But I use this in making fat bombs. All the things I'm talking about, I'll try to put a description what they are, or you can look them up. So fat bombs was another thing that I made, and it's a lifesaver if you like sweets. But does it work? Does keto work? Of course it does. You do have to drink a lot of water, and you do have to eat a lot of fat. That's all I can really say. You eat a lot of fat and drink a lot of water. Now the meals that you're about to see, I basically took, like, sometimes I take the ghee, or I hope I'm saying that right, but I take this butter or the other butter, or I take some coconut oil. You could get that at the Dollar Tree, y'all. It's straight coconut oil, but I get the coconut oil, and I'll just basically drown my stuff in fats, just so I can have enough fat. So the stuff that you see, if it was salad, I throw a little extra coconut oil on it. If it was fish, I drown it in butter, put a little coconut oil, you know, just trying to make sure that I'm getting enough fat. You gotta minimize your protein and don't have that much carbs. I can tell you this, if you incorporate exercise, I do believe you will lose way more weight. Because I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, I'm lazy, okay? So I don't move my body as much as I should, but I do believe if I incorporate exercise that I would lose a little bit more weight than the 7 pounds in 2 weeks, which I still think 7 pounds in 2 weeks is good. Before I get off, my 3rd day, I thought I was about to die. Now, we was doing this vegetarian, trying to be vegetarian, not because we were doing anything special, just because my husband said, my husband doctor told him that he could not eat no more red meat. So I said, well, I'm put the whole house on a non-red meat. So all we did was seafood and turkey and chicken and all that stuff. Well, I found out in ketos that, you know, turkey and chicken and all this stuff doesn't have as much fat as, you know, pork chops and steak and stuff. So I said, well, let me try steak. Okay, so this was around my third or maybe my fourth day of trying steak. So I cooked it up. I wasn't certain if I was going to eat it, but I ate it. And then I was like, ooh, I enjoyed it. Well, when it's time for me to go to sleep, let's just say it didn't work out well. So I kept on thinking about, oh, I just ate steak, oh, I just ate steak. And I swear to goodness, it came from the front, or my mouth and my butt, okay? Floods. And I was like, what in the world is going on with me? Why? What is going on? I couldn't go back to bed. I was up till like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, what in the world? And I was like, was it the steak? But I found out that something is a such thing called Keto Flu. And that's if you don't get enough, so while I was up, I was reading, and I found out if you don't get enough magnesium, potassium, or electrolytes, that would happen. And yes, it did feel like a flu. It really did. So make sure when you first start, if you're trying to do this diet, get your electrolytes early. Now me, I did like a chicken broth. I started feeling real good after I drank chicken broth, and I haven't had that problem since. So I'm not gonna ramble anymore. If I remember anything else, I'll probably just put it on the screen. I hope you guys were beneficial from this video. I can do some what I ate in a day videos if y'all want me to do that. So until next time, beauties, I hope that everyone out there stay blessed. Dinner, I have extra butter on there for some extra fat. That's just some grass-fed butter. Green. I made a sauce with the chicken. It's with heavy whipping cream, a lot of butter, and some coconut oil. Mussels. Spinach, because I'm too lazy to take the spinach out, and butter. What else I have up in there? I don't know. Some garlic, some butter. This spinach don't look cooked at all. It'll cook down in that broth. Piece or two out of freaking broccoli crust. Alright, this is how it look out the oven. I was about to put some pizza sauce on it. But you see all that little crust? I'll tell y'all how it tastes. Alright, here it go. I got a good bit of vegetables on there, but I'm just gonna hit it with some oil. Just so let me see if it sounds like one or cut like one. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna eat this whole thing, but right up. Hell yeah, let's see. But it looks good. Don't it? Kinda. Loaded cauliflower? I can't say that word. Cauliflower rice. You have all the cheese, bacon bits, and some butter or coconut oil fat. You see all that fat? All that juice? But it's good fat. One of Starbucks famous pink drinks with 2 pumps of vanilla, heavy whipping cream, 2 stevias, light ice, no cane sugar. Let me taste. It's alright. I got the Demetrius one. You don't like it? Fat bombs, which comes in handy. I packed these little mugs up. These are supposed to be cookie dough. I made it with the almond butter and the coconut oil and some more stuff. But these right here, no for me. It's like 10 o'clock, but oh, I see all the meat. I gotta try to get all my fats in today. I mean, right now. I'm gonna try to scuff it down. My stomach hurt.
The blunt, I help you.
No, you can't. Dinner.